statement, video log. Number one, how do you define dialogue? Personally, I define dialogue as a conversation between a multiple amount of people, one or two, three or four, five or six. You don't want dialogues to be too large, but a dialogue to me is about, I'd say about 8 people maximum, 10, 12, 12 people maximum. And it's really just a, um, I would say just an opportunity to learn about people. It's not a debate. There's no right or wrong. It's not a discussion. Where people are just hearing what everybody's saying. But a dialogue to me is like, I think it's like a discussion, just much more accepted, a much more accepted discussion. Um, Everybody's opinion gets heard. Everybody's statements get listened to. But not only that, um, they actually get felt. There's actual empathy. There is an understanding. There's me telling you, and there's you telling me, and then there's me saying, "Wow, what you said really impacted me." And then there's you saying, "Wow, what you told me was really deep." It's really more so an understanding that what you say is just as important as what I say. But personally, I feel like dialogue is for the purpose of creating something bigger. It's for the purpose of, you know, creating this movement in yourself that makes you actually want to make a change. Um, and that's what dialogues are. That's what I really feel like they are. They're eye openers. It gives me an opportunity to see the world from a different space and a different perspective than you do. It gives me an opportunity to be the same cloud that I see as being maybe a rabbit form as being a dragon. And for you to be able to see that the cloud that I thought was a rabbit might look like a rabbit if I turn my head this way. It gives me an opportunity to see that what I feel like is right isn't necessarily wrong, but maybe it's right from a different angle. Maybe they're two sides to the same coin, you know? Um, and that's what I feel like dialogues are. They really give you that opportunity to truly grasp life from a different perspective, to see things through a different view. And that's personally just, I really appreciate dialogues for that aspect. It allows me to grow as a person. It allows us as human beings to grow. We're social beings and we learn from one another. We learn from each other through the knowledge that we pass on to generation to generation. And we can create better generations if we socially accept the things that we're dealing with. We deal with social issues all the time. Every issue that we've ever faced as a human race has been a social issue. It's been issues that could have been avoided or needed to be handled through ideologies. And dialogues, personally, to me, I think they can really break down a lot of things. They can put us all in perspectives, and they can really create differences in the world. I see dialogues, and I've always seen dialogues, and the way that I conduct dialogues in my own personal life is through my friends and my family. These are the closest people to me, and these are the people that I trust. And not necessarily trust in the aspect that I know that their conversations and the words that they give back to me would be harmful. Unharmful. But I know that the words that they give back to me would be true. And I'm not necessarily saying that I tell them and then they tell me what to do, but I speak my heart and they speak their heart, and we talk about things that are deep to us, because I know that there will be perspective, and I will get affirmation, and I will do the same to them, and because of that, we come to a place together, a medium that balances out our confusion, and it gives us a place to grow. I give them a couple notches on their ladder, and they give me a couple notches, and step by step, we continue to go higher, and to continue to climb different heights as far as knowledge goes, as far as being human beings. Um, so these are the people that I have dialogues with. Where do I want to see dialogues in the future? I want to see dialogues more in organizations, in our community, and I guess really just in our classroom, but there's not much time for that. Ever since we got a college class time, it's pretty much class time. But as far as our organization, as far as our community goes, our school community, our church community, if you're not religious based, just the community that you live in, the people that are around you are very important. we can't do anything in this world without people. And just to be able to say that I respect the person next to me and they respect me is big. And they respect my words and I respect their words. It's a big thing. We live on this earth with billions of people, and so we must respect everybody's decision um, and choices and respect everybody's mindsets because we're all different. And just because we're different doesn't mean that we can't, you know, live in peace. Just because one person thinks one way or thinks another way than I do doesn't mean that we can't live together happily. So I want to see dialogues in our community just because I feel like it'll allow us to change and just allow us to grow. It'll allow us to, reach new heights. There's so many things that we can do if we can just at least come to the understanding that I'm different, you're different, but how can we, fix it? How can we be, at peace with our differences? So that's what I really want. That's where I want to see dialogues take place, and just we can make this world a better place. Um, that's all we can do while we're here on this earth. So that's really what I want to be a part of. That's where I want to see dialogues really take place in our communities and in our organizations. And not necessarily just hey, come out to our dialogue, but about a certain situation. We create forums um, for different organizations that I'm in. Clemson Black Student Union, we have forums, and that's an opportunity for people to have dialogues. That's an opportunity for people um, to come together and really like discuss the situation, to hear different views, and to really make you inside your own heart say that this is something that affects me and it also affects somebody else. And wow, I didn't know the things I was doing really makes this person feel this way. Or wow, I didn't know that I wasn't doing enough, to better a cause, which would really reach out to people. So that's really where I want to see dialogues take place in, and do my best to make sure that happens. Thanks.